guys, I think my HOA might have broken the law at me. Okay, so the way laws with HOAs work in Arizona, from what I can tell, is that HOAs have to warn you of violations in the way that's written, like in the HOA, CC&Rs, rules and regulations, etc. So to start from the beginning, what I was doing this weekend was I had little 3-page flyers. 2 pages were know your right stuff. 1 page was a little bit of information on ICE, and then a call to action to call our congressman and request that they do not increase ICE's budget at the end of the month. Pretty simple little thing, and if people accepted it, if they wanted the information, I would offer them cookies also. You know, little bribe to sweeten the deal. Pretty simple, not something you'd think would be like a huge deal. If you don't like it, you can just tell me to leave, or you can just recycle the flyer. Apparently it was a big deal, because a few days after, I had done it for a few days. I made sure I tried not to hit any of the houses twice. I think I only maybe duplicated 2 of the houses. But the day after I was done, 2 of the HOA board members came to my house to tell me that soliciting, which is what I was doing, was against the HOA CC&Rs, you know, the guidelines of the HOA, how you're supposed to operate, what you're allowed to do. And if it was just me owning the house, I might be a little bit less concerned about that, but it's my grandma's house and I'm just renting it from her and I don't want to cause her trouble. So they tell me that, I'm like, okay, they leave. One of the guys I previously got along with, I guess I'm not going to be able to buy furniture from him for $5 anymore. And the other guy I had a conversation with while I was doing this. He was like, ICE is arresting illegal immigrants. I was like, yeah, unfairly and in brutalizing ways, and also they're arresting a lot of other people. And he was like, I'll pray on it. And you'd think if it was against the HOA guidelines, that guy who is on the HOA board and all of the people who weren't happy about me enough to call them and complain would have told me that soliciting was against HOA guidelines. You'd think I would have been informed if that were the case. And so, after they leave, I message the management company that is for our HOA, and I'm like, hey, is soliciting, this was after I pulled up all of our rules and regulations documents. All of the rules, all of our bylaws, the CC&Rs, I looked at them all and I was like, I can't find anything against soliciting. Maybe it's in old-timey language. So I asked the management company, and they tell me that the documents are silent about soliciting and that I have to refer to city and state ordinances because the documents don't say anything about soliciting, which means 2 grown men came to the house of a young woman who most of the neighborhood lives alone to lie to her and intimidate me into not doing what I'm doing. And what really gets me on top of how ridiculous this is they really thought so little of me. They thought so little of me that they thought I would just accept this, that I would look at the CC&Rs that were written in the 80s and I would just be like, oh, whatever, I guess I'll stop. They really thought I would just not look into it. They thought so little of me. Anyway, I wish I had recorded them because I'm pretty sure what they did was kind of against the law. Because according to HOA guidelines, I'm supposed to receive a letter when I commit a violation of the guidelines. I'm not supposed to have 2 guys show up at my house to tell me I violated the guidelines. Have a good night.